love bugs. I'm so excited that you're here today. This is your February 2021 business energy reading. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Archield. I'm an intuitive business coach and I love helping spiritually and socially conscious entrepreneurs to scale their businesses to 500,000 and beyond. And along the way, we do it all to where you are working less, yet making so much more. All right, let's get into this pick a deck reading. If you want to know more about me, check out the comments below. Maybe we can do an entrepreneurial star code reading. All right, let's see what we have here. We've got three lovely decks. Deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Again, deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. If you need to, you can pause the video to focus and figure out which deck you want. If not, I'm going to move on to deck number 1. All right, deck choosers number 1. This is your business energy reading for February 2021. I'm so excited to be here with you. Let's get to it. And for those of you that's your first time with me, know that I build the deck as I go, but we're going to start with our initial card. Apprehension. For those of you into numerology, this is card number 18. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. So what is going on with you this time? During this course in February 2021, it's going to be really, really interesting as our starter card here. Let's see if we can get you some help in moving out into the world. Okay. There's some really interesting stuff going on in February. Of course, we're in Mercury in retrograde, so technology can be a little wonky. And sometimes, and I don't know if you watched my 2021 for the year business energy reading, some people are going to have a little trouble getting out of their shell, right? Especially look at that. If you've got Cancer in your 10th house in your natal chart, you might have some apprehension around being seen, like that crab going back in its shell and then coming out and going back in. So take a look at that. That's just what's coming to me right now. Deck choosers number 1. Let's see what kind of assistance we can get from, here we go, 2 of these from our archetypes. Okay, so we've got 2 archetype cards here. We've got Child Wounded and we've got Networker. So our Child Wounded card here, let's see what it says. Light attributes awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens learning path of forgiveness. Right? So if we're wounded in our childhood, we want to help others. And really that would make sense with the apprehension that you might be feeling about getting out there, being seen, worried that you are enough. And I want to tell you right now that you are enough, right? And you want to be careful not to blame all of your dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. You are an actor in your own story, right? You are an actor in your own story. So you really want to make sure that you have forgiven. Forgiven does not mean to forget. Forgiven really helps you move forward, right? It releases that bond, even though it might not be the best bond. It releases the bond between you and someone else. That's what was really going on when you forgive. Because trust me, it's not hurting them that much as it's hurting you. Right? So you forgive, so you release that bond, you release that open energy loop, you close it up, so to speak, by releasing that bond. And that's what forgiveness is about. And then you don't look at your childhood as all this wounding and that you'll never be healed. You get to participate in your own healing because you are the actor. You are a person moving forward your own story. Okay, that was a lot to say there, wasn't it? Okay, let's take a look here at Networker. Light attributes. Enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. A lot of what we've talked about here, even between these two. Shadow attributes conveys information for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Of course, you're going to want to look out for that. But if you're really going out and you're really helping others learn what they could do to enhance their own lives, you have nothing to be apprehensive about. You will be seen, you will be heard, you will be appreciated. And that really makes me think, you know, right now, there's not a lot of networking type opportunities in person, but it doesn't mean that you cannot network with people. There's other opportunities to do so. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse, something like that, mixing it up on social media, getting into smaller groups, creating a Zoom networking meeting or jumping into a Zoom networking meeting or something like that, that's going to be really good for you. Again, it allows you to get out there, it allows you to be seen, allows you to be heard, get your message out there. Right? So figure out for you what is going to allow you to most naturally move forward. Right? I was talking in an interview the other day, and I said, you know, not everyone is meant to be on camera. And I don't often say that because I'm a big on-camera person. Of course, today I'm not on camera. Mercury in retrograde, tech issues. I still want to get this out to you guys. But not everyone's meant to be on camera, right? And there's ways to figure out. That's part of what I do in the Entrepreneurial Star Code. But the point is, go ahead and do something when you're not on camera. Sometimes you're not even meant to speak. Sometimes you've got to write long form posts. Sometimes you need something like podcasts or Clubhouse because it's just your voice that people need. There's all sorts of ways to network. There's all sorts of ways to get your message out and to help others, right? Find the way that works for you, and that will also lessen your apprehension in getting out there. Okay, what else do we have going for you, deck users? Number 1, February 2021. Creativity. Oh, yay! Okay, so we get to be super creative in how all this is done. So creativity is the natural part of you that can be ignited and developed. Yes. And it's important. One of the reasons I work so diligently with my spiritually and socially conscious entrepreneurs to have them working less hours. Because God knows you can work until you're in crazy land, 60, 70 hours a week, always up in your business. But you know what starts to fade? Creativity. Right? You need space with nothing to do so your creativity can flow, right? This piece is so important, right? It is a natural part of you if you allow it to be there. So allow yourself to be creative. I listed off some ways to get into network and bring your business forward, your ideas forward. There might be another way I didn't even mention. Your creativity will show you the way. Your intuition mixed with your creativity will show you the way there. But you've got to give it space, right? In order to move things forward, in order for things to bubble up or to download, right? All right, so let's see what else needs to be said to you guys, which cards are speaking to me right now. Let's see if we can get some concrete steps going on here. It's like the big thing getting so far for you guys, visibility and creativity. I'm wondering if there's anything else we need to know about apprehension. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know about apprehension. Here we go. Woo! Oh, I got 2. Thought we were just going to have 3, but we got 2. And we've got the Page of Cups, 8 of Wands, Justice, and the Lovers. So I think some of the things, remember I said earlier with apprehension, I immediately thought of Cancer. Where's Cancer in your chart, especially if it's in the 10th house. But also check out to see where Libra is, where Gemini is, and lean into where those houses are to help with that apprehension, to get out there. The Page of Cups, you've got a story to tell, right? We all have a story to tell. And sometimes it doesn't feel like that story, like you think, oh, no one matters, or this has happened to everyone, or this has never happened, I want to keep it secret. You have a story to tell, deck choosers number 1. Okay? And this story is going to not only help you stand out, and could you get some pushback from people? Yes, that happens, but don't worry. Other people who hear your story, they have your back, right? They have your back. And it will unite people. It will make you bright and shiny because you are sharing the realness, right? The realness. So maybe this apprehension for some of you has to do with the story you want to tell, and you're afraid to tell the story. You're afraid maybe that'll hurt other people, but it's going to help so many people. And whatever that bond is I talked about there, it's probably that's a person you're worried about hurting, the person that you have this kind of weird, energetic nettiness with. Release that bond so you can go through the apprehension, so you can tell the story that needs to be told. Okay? Let's see what else we got for you here. Got a few more things. At least that helps me with anything more on that. I'd like to know a little bit more about the creativity. A little bit more about the creativity. Such a great card. I love that deck. Just got it. So let's see what else we got with creativity. Meditation. So you want to be more creative. I know it shocks no one. Meditate more. Create a meditation routine. One of the bigger things I tell people to do is to meditate in the morning, meditate in the evening, like right before bed, right? Open and close your day with meditation. And then take a few little spots throughout the day to do a meditation. I'm not talking, oh, I need to do an hour-long meditation all the day, unless that's what you want to do. But I'm talking at least a couple of minutes. Again, it resets you. It puts you in connection, right, with the divine, so that information can come to you. You're making space, right? Remember earlier I said creativity, you have to make space that isn't like full of stuff to do, right? And that's when creativity comes in. So it'll come in as you meditate, right? All right, let's see. What else? I'm sorry, I have all these decks off to the side. I'm like feeling into which one. Let's call out to me. All right, let's get a few more cards up here. Anything else that deck choosers number 1 need to know? Whoops. For February 2021, 7 of Pentacles. That's good. What else do we have here? A few more. We've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We've got the 10 of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is a great mix here. 7 of Pentacles, I really like this. There's a lot of energy behind it, but also a lot of, it's kind of almost like deep mysticism and energy. Energy here, by energy here, I mean, there is a call to building. There's a call to building your business. So I love this in the 7 of Wands. And there's a call to building your business and getting out your message. So make sure, again, it's like I said, that's what just keeps circling back over and over again. Get your message out there. Everything's on your side to get your message out there. You essentially have to be brave enough to move forward. All right, we've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And here I would say it's, you know, I was listening to someone the other day and they said, February really feels like the beginning of the year because like January felt like transition. And here seeing the Ace of Pentacles reversed for you guys, I would say, did you make a plan in January? And if you did, have you stuck to it? right? Because I have a feeling, this obviously isn't going to be for everyone. This is a general reading. But some of you made a plan and you're like, so much happened. I can't stick to the plan. Go back to the plan. Go back to the plan, right? There's a reason you made that plan. And yes, circumstances change and we have to, bob and weave through our path. But this is that reminder, especially if you made some kind of marketing plan, maybe something you were thinking about launching. Go back and stick to the plan. Why? Because we've got Saturn over here saying, what are you doing? You made a plan. You said you were going to do the thing and now you're not doing anything. Like, what's going on? Right? That's what's going on here. So yes, there can be bounty in getting the message out, but sticking to the plan will give you more. So just go back, stick to the plan. 10 of Wands, yes. So going back, sticking to the plan, and reviving it if you need to. Again, a lot has happened, right? I'm not downplaying any of that. So we have the 10 of Wands. There will be a lot of energy behind it, right? A lot of energy. You'll find that even if you feel a little lethargic right now, right? And you just feel like I'm just going through the motions. You'll find when you revive the plan, you'll find that your energy comes back. And then we got over here the Queen of Swords, right? And so again, that's just another thing that says just pull it together. I love the Queen of Swords because she's very, very disciplined, not only with her mind, right? With the practical and the spiritual coming together in the Queen of Swords. She knows how to master both things and bring them together. And that's what you're going to be doing here. With all that energy, again, not going into workaholic mode. Workaholic mode serves no one, right? Workaholic mode serves no one. It's knowing how to bring balance to it and laser focusing in on the things that you do well and being able to delegate the other things. And not saying that you don't do this well, but start doing the things that you have to do and delegate the things that you don't have to do. And in every business, there are certain things the visionary owner, CEO person has to do, right? But there's a whole lot they don't have to do that they hold on to. And the Queen of Swords is like, intuitively the things you can let go, the ways that you can streamline, the things that you can delegate them. Okay? Delegate them. Now, I want to end this deck chooser when you're reading with a mantra. I always end with a mantra on these monthly pick-a-decks. And let's see what your mantra is going to be. This will help you submit in the reading. I really suggest you write down a sheet of paper and have it up on sticky notes around the house. That's something I do with my mantras. To just submit in the energy of the reading and to support me throughout the month. We've got two. So the first one is, I am ready to receive love. And while it's nice to think, oh, it's someone from the outside coming in, I think you're finally ready to receive love from yourself. That's just my take on this, but I'm ready to receive love. And the other one is, the key to getting what I want is to ask for it. The key to getting what I want is to ask for it. And that's what I have for you, deck choosers number 1 for your February 2021 business energy reading. And if you need anything else, please reach out to me. And with that, I say peace, joy, love to you. All right, deck choosers number 2. This is your business energy reading for February 2021. For those of you who haven't seen a pick a card with me before, I built the deck as we go, but this is your significator card, so to speak. And it is Rising Above. For those of you into numerology, this is card number 11, Clarity, Freedom, Solution. Oh, wow. Let's see what else is going on with you guys. It's a beautiful card to have. Clarity, freedom, solution. So let's see what solutions we're getting into. What's going on? Seems like February might be a very, very expansive month for you. Let's see here. See what else we have for you. I have decks around me, so I'll be pulling from side to side and bringing them forward. And if you're loving this, make sure to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, the bell to subscribe. Ring bell for the notifications. Okay, so let's see what we got. Woo! We've got a couple cards. One even bounced off of me. It was so desperate to get out. All right, second house owning. Second house owning. Second house to me is how you make money in the world. So we'll take a look at that. That's card, oh, there's actually 4. That's card number 26. Let me bring this over here. We have Scorpio, I transform. Card number 20. 10th house, the world. Card number 34. And just making sure here, this one was a wily one. Card number 41. I still feel like there's 2 cards here, guys. There is it. Card number 41. North Node, life's purpose. All right, so a lot is coming up for you guys right now. A lot is coming up for you guys. Okay, deck choosers number 2, rising above. It looks like this is going to be quite the transformational month for you guys. Quite the transformational month. So why do I say that? Again, over here with North Node, life's purpose. North Node is like that place that you go to really extend who you are, to really push your own boundaries. Now, North Node is in your natal astrology chart. It's something I can help you with, or you can go and you can look that up yourself. But it's where you're pushing your own boundaries. This is part of your life purpose, your life path, right? So if you aren't already totally aligned with your life path, you're rising above, you are finding it. This is a month, like I said, a transformation for you. Because then we have 10th house, which is really how you present in the world, right? So there might be some changes going on there. And then you have your, like I said, this is a transformative month for you. You have Scorpio, I transform, right? Scorpio, I transform. This is that deep transformation that really does happen when you're moving along the path, going up the hill, the mountain towards your North Node. And then the second house of owning, how you make money. So it looks to me, guys, a lot is going to happen this month. We're going to get into further alignment, further clarity on who you are, how you present, how your life's purpose works into how you make money, right? How your life's purpose works into how you present yourself. And this whole thing is going to be very transformative, right? You're going to get clarity this month. If you are walking into this, you're like, I haven't been clear. I've been on this path and it's annoying AF. I don't know what the heck is going on. Here's your opportunity. This is your month to get clear on all of it. On all of it. Right? And I know I mentioned the entrepreneurial star code. That's something that I unlock for people who are entrepreneurs. So from those who are just starting and they're like, oh, how does all this go together? I think I'm talking to a few of you right now. Or those who've been along this path for a while and they're like, things aren't going so well. I'm in this weird rut and I don't know why, right? The entrepreneurial star code, unlocking that helps them as well. So if you're in this moment of needing, you need that transformation, you need that clarity, you need that blueprint for work moving forward, definitely hit me up below. Look in the comments for how to reach out. Because that is definitely what I'm seeing here. And even if you don't work with me and you work with someone else, that's fine. But definitely get the clarity. This is your month for that deep transformation, for that knowing, for that knowledge to flow through. All right? And let's see. Yeah. So that's really, actually I'm pretty excited for you, deck choosers number 2, because you will have that answer. I love card number 11. It's like a nice portal is opening just for you to get that clarification that you need. So So this is a really beautiful start for you in February 2021. Let's see what archetypes can help you along the way. See what archetypes want to come along and help you along the way in February 2021. Victim. Interesting. Interesting. So victim, light attribute, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attribute, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. There you go. Right? So that's what's going to help you along the way. And you're like, victim, how's that going to help me with rising above things? If you play in the light attribute of victim, you have boundaries. You know, transformation in and of itself, whether it's personally or for business, is not always easy, right? Because we bring in other people's expectations, because our boundaries can be semi-permeable, right? Soft, bouncy. I kept hearing bouncy, right? Where people can bounce their way in and bounce their way out. And what if you play in the light attributes of victim during this time and not let your boundaries be so bounce in, bounce out, you'll find that people's ideas of who you're supposed to be won't matter as much. It's not that they never matter, right? Because we're human beings and we feel what other people are throwing out there. It's they don't matter as much. You don't take them on as your own. You're willing to say, that's interesting, and hand it back to them. And that is the wisest thing that you can do. And that allows you to where, again, I think I said this with Debt Choosers number 1, you are in charge of what your life is, right? You don't have to be the victim, right? Sometimes you need to receive help, and sometimes people think, well, if I can only receive help if I am victimized, right? No, you can still receive help. I think that's important for some of you to hear. You can receive help without being the victim. And you don't have to do it all in order not to be the victim. Right? Some of you think you have to do everything yourself. You got to wear all the hats in your business. And if you don't, then you're the victim, or you're a taker, or something like that. And that's not the truth. Okay? And this is part of this transformation that's going to happen. You're going to realize how to set good boundaries, how to receive in a beautiful, feminine way, right? To where you can receive help, you can receive assistance, you can delegate things back out, right? All of those things, this is this transformation that's happening to you during February 2021. Let me see. Heard the fairies over here wanting to say something, so let's see what they've got to say. Debt Choosers number 2. February 2021. What do the fairies want to say? Come back here, guys. Oh. Here we go. Trust your intuition. Always a beautiful one to see. And there's going to be a lot of that. Honestly, trusting your intuition during this time period. Because, again, it's going to feel like something you haven't gone through before while you're transforming, right? When the caterpillar cocoons itself, it doesn't know what's going to happen, right? And it supposedly turns into some kind of weird soup, and you really know it doesn't. It's like, what the heck, right? But then it emerges as a butterfly. Transformation can be instantaneous. And transformation can take time. And I don't know what your transformation is going to look like. Especially since it's related to your life purpose. I think it's going to feel like something very instantaneous is happening. And then this sustained thing that goes forward. Trust your intuition. Because it's probably going to feel a little unsettling. And then we have kindness. And for me here, it's like kindness to yourself, right? As you transform, there's this tendency to see what you did before as wrong, right? Whether you're transforming yourself or you're transforming your business, like, well, why did I do that? Well, how could I have done that? Why wasn't I doing this? There's a whole lot of daggers that can be thrown at yourself by you. Be kind to yourself as you transform. Be gentle with the information, knowing that it's like the information you had was not complete, but you thought it was. And now you're getting more information, different vantage point. You've learned, grown, wisdom, and evolution. And now you can make different decisions, right? Now you know how to get the clarity you want. You know how to quickly get in alignment. You know more about resilience, right? Be kind to yourself. We don't know what we don't know, right? So be kind to yourself as you're going through this process, and be excited, right? That's a big thing. I could see right now, like a little kid jumping up and down my head. Be excited about this process, about this evolution of yourself and of your business. It's a good thing. So give yourself those, I don't want to call them pep talks, maybe love talks, loving yourself up a little bit more. This is a good thing. This is something to be very, very excited about. All right, let's see if there's some specific steps that you need to take. Oops, as we're going through this, is there some specific steps that are needed here for deck choosers? Number 2, February 2021. Some specific steps that you need to take. What are they? What else do we need to know? Okay, these two, okay. Here we go, guys. It's a bit going on. We've got the 3 of Wands here. Upright, the Knight of Swords. Upright, the Magician. The High Priestess. And then the 2 of Wands reversed. All right. What I love is that we begin and end with a journey. Right? This is a transformational thing, right? So we're going out and we're like, oh boy, here it comes. We're going out in the wild blue yonder, right? And it's nice because you can charge forward with it, right? You can bring all the gusto you want into this thing. Know that you'll pick up what you need along the way. You don't have everything for this transformation to go through. Right? I love the idea that we have everything we need to do whatever we need to do. What I believe is that sometimes along the way we pick up the rest of the things that we need. The Magician always has everything they need. But sometimes along the way you pick up other things. And that's what this is saying to me. It's okay that maybe you want to do a big launch and you're not sure how. Along the way, you'll pick up the things you need to do, or you'll hire the people you need, or you'll get the course or the coach or whatever. Everything that you need will be there for you on the journey. Don't put on your blinders. Look around. All the pieces you need will be there. You're not starting the journey with everything in your backpack, basically is what I'm saying. You're going to pick up pieces along the way, all right, as you go through this transformation. And you'll beautifully move in and move out of the practical and the spiritual. And you'll learn how those two things start to work in concert, right? With the High Priestess. And then we have the 2 of Wands over here reversed. And like I said, we began and we ended on a journey. And you're like, oh, reverse card, but not really. It's because you're going to be able to see things, see the world, see your world from a different perspective, right? So I have a feeling we're going to come to a point by the end of February, as you're going through this transformation, as you're getting the clarity that you need, as you are kind of making some major shifts personally and professionally, it'll feel a little bit like your world's turned upside down, but you know better. It's perspective. It is perspective. And then it's going to be next on the next part of that journey, right? This is a really exciting time for you, deck choosers number 2. February is going to give you a lot. Keep really good boundaries, right? Don't let your boundaries be squishy and bouncy. Keep good boundaries. Know the information you're going to get is going to be there for you. Be kind to yourself. Trust your intuition, because all of this is for your good. All of this is for your good. All right, let's get into your mantra, deck choosers number 2. For February, this helps cement in. Woo, we already got it. This helps cement in the reading for you. I usually put this up on a sticky note to have around the house, so it's a reminder and kind of like a way for me to pull on this energy over and over again. Let my intimate relationships be my greatest learning devices for spiritual growth and healing. Wow. I let my intimate relationships be my greatest learning devices for spiritual growth and healing. Screenshot that. Right? Screenshot that. All right, deck choosers number 2. This was exciting. I'm so excited to have been here with you today. Again, if you want to reach out, you want to go deeper into what's going on, please hit me up with the information in the description below. And with that, peace, joy, love to you. All right, deck choosers number 3. This is your February 2021 business energy reading. And if you haven't been here with me before, I built the deck as we go. So this is really your significator card. And for you, deck choosers number 3, it is remembrance. For those of you into numerology, this is card number 21. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So kind of a reflection. Let's see what else we're going to have going on with this. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So you might have something from your business coming back and asking to be re-examined. You know, the nice thing about, like, who talks about nice things about Mercury in retrograde? The nice thing about Mercury in retrograde is things like this: remembrance, reimagining, reinvigorating, to go back and to clean things up, because Mercury in retrograde makes us slow down, right? So this is good. Remembrance. Let's see, what else do we have with this for deck choosers number 3? And I also should say Mercury in retrograde not only makes you to reimagine, remember, repair, all those things, but tie up loose ends, right? Because we can slow down and see what needs to be done. Right? One more. And we've also got here unique gifts, which is card number 55, unique gifts. So you might be bringing up, again, I feel like this is something, an old project, program, opt-in, something. You know, your unique gifts are coming. Card number 55. Invulnerability, card number 56. Okay. So we got both things going on there. Unique gifts, vulnerability, and remembrance. So whatever it is, whether it's something you used to do, or rather, deck choosers number 3, something that you kept hidden because you were afraid of bringing it forward in your business. Hello, February is the time. February it is the time to get it all out there, right? Whatever that unique gift is that makes you feel vulnerable, you're remembering. You're probably remembering right now what it is. Write down the comments. Start sharing it right now. Tell me in the comments what that is. right? So we got some work to do. We got some work to do with self-care, self-love, and knowing that you are enough. You are enough to bring this thing forward, okay? You are strong enough to bring it forward, okay? Let's see what else we've got out here. Who wants to come to the party? There you go. I'm going to bring some lunar energy into this now. Let's see what we've got here for deck choosers number 3. February 2021 business energy reading. Something from the past coming back. A unique gift that they've had. They've been hiding because it was too much. What else do we need to know about this? What else do we need to know about this? Okay. Adjustments are required. That's a good card. Adjustments are required. So whatever it is, when it comes back up, maybe the way that you initially promoted it and you're thinking, oh, but it didn't go so well, Africa. It didn't go too well at all. It just needs a little adjustments. You know, sometimes when things don't go exactly as we want them to go, right? When we don't get that initial 500 people filling up our program or whatever it is that we were wanting, we can get like, oh, it'll never work. This was a bad idea, right? No, it's if you had a divine download, right? If you downloaded this thing, you just need to make some adjustments. It just needs to be fine-tuned, right? Now, there's times where you're just like, okay, got to walk away, but not before you fine-tune. It's kind of like, it is the analogy, a toddler learning to walk, right? They don't try it the first time and go, oh, I fell on my ass and now I can't, screw it, I'll never walk. That's not what they do at all, right? They fall down, they get back up, others around encourage them to get back up, and then they walk some more, we get really happy, and they're really happy, and they fall again, they get sad, it's okay, get back up, try again, make some adjustments, right? We're not telling them how to adjust, right? Because, you know, that kind of communication usually doesn't happen with a toddler or baby, because they're usually pre-verbal by the time, you know, they start walking anyway. But they figure it out. The beautiful thing for you, deck choosers number 3, is you don't have to figure out the adjustments on your own. You can talk to people, right? That, I think, is a beautiful thing about whatever this is that's coming back, that's raising its hand to say, hey, let's do this thing. Make the adjustments, talk to people, get a coach, do a focus group, whatever it is, find out what the adjustments are that need to be made so you can move forward with it, right? Because we're not telling the toddler, oh, walk evenly, put your weight evenly on each foot, and and balance your body weight like this, and use this muscle. We don't tell them that because they don't know. But as adults, we can try again and we can get feedback and make adjustments that are required, right? We have the ability to communicate with others. What a blessing that is. So use it, use it, use it, use it. All right, let's see what else we've got here for you. Deck choosers number 3. You're making your adjustments to that thing that's coming up, and maybe the vulnerability is that just the first time around it didn't work. And you're like, ugh, I don't even want to talk about this anymore. It's time to talk about it again. Woo, there we go. Compassion, yes, have some compassion on yourself. By widening your circle of compassion for all nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. Yes, so spend some time in nature, which I think is always like the remedy for everything. I'm not going to lie. Spend time in nature. Have some compassion on yourself, right? Have some compassion on yourself. And I think that the easiest way is by having compassion for others. Even others, like I said, they're a little on the nonverbal side. Like the creatures that surround us. Have some compassion, guys. You'll learn compassion for yourself. You'll learn it's okay to be vulnerable, because you'll realize how amazingly supported you are. Creativity, wow. Different deck, same card. Allow your creative spark to work magic, right? This is your unique gift. This is with your unique gift. Clarifying that is, you'll know what it is. Your creativity will allow it to come through in a way that is beautiful, and it will feel magical. It will feel magical. So allow your creativity to come through. Give yourself space for that creativity to come for you. Give yourself space to remember. Right? I work a lot with clients on giving themselves space to do things and not stuffing all their time, right? Not stuffing everything in, not being totally in their business, because this gift that you're bringing forward needs space to grow and develop and to blossom. And if you're doing 60 hours a week worth of administrative stuff, that becomes a little hard, right? You need to nurture your own gift. You need to nurture your creativity, right? You have to have compassion for yourself. And the idea that you need the space. It's almost like we're taught that we're not allowed to have space just for being. But it's when we have that space just for being that our gifts come through easily, our creativity blossoms, and we know how to engage with the world. And it's not just me saying that. It's not just me saying, okay, this is what I'm divinely being told, but it is. But there's also actual research behind it, right? That we've got to allow for creativity to blossom by having nothing to do, right? Having nothing to do, so those thoughts, those memories, those things that bubble up inside of us or get downloaded from the divine can be made manifest and true in our mind, so we can manifest them in our 3D reality. That's how those things work, right? Let's see what kind of steps we can get here. Well, you know what? I was grabbing this one first. I'm going to grab it. Let's see what kind of steps we can get for deck choosers number 3. I'm loving this reading. There's something bubbling up. I would love to know what it is. Like I said, let me know in the comments. So I have a feeling you already know what it is. That remembrance that came. It just resurfaced, right? It resurfaced from the ocean. It came up and said, hello, here I am. Let's go. So let's see what else we need to know or steps we need to take. Let's see what we've got here. What do we have here for deck choosers number 3, February 2021, business energy? There we go. One time, here we go. All right, this is great. All right, so we've got strength. I love starting out with strength. If you're a Leo, I know you're happy right now. But strength. So look where Leo is in your natal chart, because you can lean into that for sure. There's a certain amount of strength that comes with being vulnerable. So I think that is a good place to start. The 8 of Wands. Usually I look at the 8 of Wands and I think of social media immediately. And usually about people coming after you. But I see that that's not what's going to happen here, right? Haters want to hate and they ain't going to hate on you, right? So don't worry about, sometimes when you're being vulnerable, you think, I'm going to be attacked. And I actually see you not, just literally not even being attacked, not even needing someone else to help you out. They're not interested in attacking you. Like they're having their own kind of compassion going on. 4 of Wands, you are going to land in a good place. This is going to be some place where you can be very fruitful. So whatever this is, whatever adjustments need to be made, right, mean that this project will be fruitful. I almost see it as like a cornerstone of your business. right? Like a cornerstone from which you build out from. Whatever that adjustment needs to be made on whatever that piece is. Nine of Wands, and you have it together. So even if people were coming after you, don't worry. You have everything you need to take the posture of strength and to endure anyone coming back at you. And I'm not saying that they really will, but you have, it's almost as if as you get started, it's pretty scary. Then you start to see, oh my God, I can make these adjustments. I can have this happen. And then you kind of go into a protection mode. You go into kind of this protection mode. You don't need to. Remember this vulnerability over here with strength? You really don't need the protection mode. So be mindful of that. It's kind of what I'm hearing. And then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. And this is why. This is why. If you want to have your fortunes overturned, as you're doing this, as you make this your cornerstone or a huge chunk of your business that's really supportive of you, go into defensive mode and watch it happen. Right? That's like what I'm feeling is like this big warning. And why? And now I'm seeing it with creativity. If you go into defensive mode, you're blocking your creativity. And that's what leads to an overturn of fortune. So my love, stay vulnerable and know that that vulnerability makes you strong, and therefore you don't need to be in defensive mode. Oh gosh. Okay. Like that choosers number 3, what I'm seeing is like, it's almost as if some of you are going to want to like legally bound people up. That sounds so odd, like not real odd, but odd to say. Some of you are like, I need to make sure people are in these kinds of contracts or this and that will then backfire on you. I'm not saying not to get legally protected. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying there's something like excessive going on here because maybe you're afraid someone's going to use your methodology or something like that. And so you're trying to bound them up in a bunch of contractual things. And I'm, again, not saying don't protect your intellectual property, but by focusing on those things, by focusing on someone's going to hurt me, someone's going to come after me, someone's going to try to use my stuff, whatever it is, it almost attracts that very thing happening, and that leads to here. So remain vulnerable. Again, doesn't mean that you don't have your legal stuff together. Standard contract stuff, right? But don't focus on that, right? Don't put all your attention there. It blocks your creativity, it blocks your gift, and you end up overturned. All right. Wow, that was a lot, deck choosers number 3. That was a lot. So, let's get to your mantra. Let's get to your mantra for February. All right. So typically I use my mantra. I put it up on sticky notes, stick it all around the house so that I can see it and keep the energy of the reading, right? So that's what I encourage you to do as well. Remember, for you this month, it's about remembering that thing that makes you vulnerable. It'll come back up and explain it to you. Don't worry. Using your unique gift, being compassionate with yourself, making adjustments that are needed. Do not block your creativity. Do not bound it up. Don't worry. This thing looks like it's going to be the cornerstone of your business. Just remain strong, right? Remain strong and vulnerable, right? At the same time. It's that beautiful thing that we can do really well as spiritual entrepreneurs, being strong and vulnerable at the same time. Let's see what your mantra is. Sometimes no is the most loving response. Ooh, so you might have some boundary stuff going on in February. Sometimes no is the most loving response. So put that up there. Know that what I love about no is it can be, well, most people see it as like falling in on yourself. Saying no can also be very freeing. because you're setting your boundary, you're showing people how to treat you, and you're helping them move along, right? Move along their way, move along in their journey so that you can move along in your journey. All right, sometimes no is the most loving response. With that, deck choosers number 3, if you have more questions, please put them in the comments. If you need to reach out to me, because we need to do something personal together to figure all of this beautiness out. There'll be information on how to reach out to me in the description. And with that, I say peace, joy, love to you.